Okay, what is something about you that no one knows?
Something about my middle name.
Are we
Not
saying
telling
it?
you.
Or are you just...
No.
What's your favorite snack?
Ritz crackers. Hello?
I got a comment, but I'll save it. No, you know what? I'm not going to judge anybody on their favorite snack. What's your favorite American snack?
Okay, hold on. This is what is American snacks? Oh my god, everything's blanked out my brain.
You literally used to ask people to like bring them to Lands.
What the? Why am I blanking?
Like American candies or chocolate. You know what? She doesn't like snacks. Never mind.
I don't. You know what? I don't like. I mean, Jack will tell you that I'm absolutely lying, but I don't eat like sweets. I like cookies. I love cookies.
Okay, but like cookies, like we call them cookies, because right? Yeah, like Oreos.
Yeah, like
chocolate
cookies,
chip cookies.
not biscuits.
Okay,
Yeah,
just making sure.
Like a Maryland cookie, like a bakery cookie.
Mm.
I love a cookie. So if I was to have like a go-to snack, it'd be like a cookie.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I
That
completely...
just does not answer the question.
Yeah, no, you know what? It's fine. We'll move on. People are going to be like, most skipped over part of the video. It's going to be like trying to figure out what American snacks are. What is the best Billie Eilish song out there?
Ooh, wait, I love this one. Okay, I have a few. The best one, in my opinion, would be, like my favorite one from her new album would be The Diner. I also love Wildflower as well. I would argue that Wildflower is her best recent song, but her overall best song, in my opinion, is probably either Happier Than Ever, or one of the more secret loved songs is Haley's Comet. It's absolutely incredible.
I think someone cued Haley's Comet in my chat the other day, and it was the first time I'd heard it. Absolute banger.
It is so, like, it's such a sad song, but it's so beautiful. And the whole Happier Than Ever album is I could talk about Billie. This is such an obsessive thing.
Oh, I
swear
know.
I'm not obsessed. But that whole album is fantastic. And one of the intros to the song, like one of the songs on our album, it's called Goldwing. It is like what's the word? Ethereal? It's so like it feels like you're ascending into heaven when you listen to it. It's beautiful.
I don't think I've heard that one, and I'll have to, because I love ascending when I'm listening to music. I absolutely love ascending.
You know, it's great, honestly. If I could recommend anything, it would be that song.
I'd like literally going to go into my playlist next. I do think that probably my favorite probably is Happier Than Ever. I also loved every cover that spawned from it. Like, it was such a good song, and I've loved every rendition I ever hear from it. But like, out of her newest album, The Greatest is my favorite song off that album.
I love, like, it's hard to pick a favorite song.
Yeah.
From her new album. All of them are fantastic. When I first listened through her album, The Greatest stuck out to me the most. But lyrics wise and like story wise, The Diner and Wildflower are just they're masterpieces.
See, I made up for the snack question
Yeah,
with the Billie question on the follow-up.
Some Billie slop answer inbound. I'm sure a lot of people would love that part.
Okay, two-part question next. You've got to travel a lot of places because of lands and because of events and stuff over the years. So a two-part question. What is the favorite place you have ever traveled due to Rocket League? And what is the number one place you want to travel? Like, what's your dream LAN location?
Best LAN location that I've been to, honestly, I have to. It's between Boston and Lyon. Lyon was really good.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, Lyon was great. But I actually really like Boston as well. Boston's up there still. I've always said Boston was a great LAN.
Boston was fantastic.
Yeah, even just the area. Like, the area was just so nice. I'd go back.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Best, like, LAN that I'd like to, I guess, like, where it's not been. So, next LAN that I'd like where we've not been, honestly, for NA, Chicago. Would love to go to Chicago.
Thank you! Please! I've been saying this for 3 years. There was a tweet on my timeline baiting me yesterday that was like, well, I got like, because they obviously didn't work for Epic Games, but they were like, just got let go from Epic Games. So let me tell you guys, I'm booking my plane tickets to Chicago. Who's going to be at LAN? And I was like, don't do this to me. Don't do that. I would love it to be in Chicago.
I've been seeing a few people say it's Chicago on Twitter, but like, you know what it's like. It's always rage bait. Chicagoland.
We'll work on that. We'll work on that one. Storyboard, come back to that. But yeah, it's also just such a centralized location. It is a very convenient location. And my God, we're going to get Texas again and I'm going to cry. Okay.
That'll ruin my day. Wait, can we swear or no?
Yeah.
I can say PG. I'm pretty good like that.
No, you can swear. Sometimes I leave it in and sometimes I like to add my little duck quacks.
Oh, all right. Well, what I'll say is that I will absolutely fucking despise the fact that if they pick Dickie's Arena game for the 3rd time, I'm absolutely scream hellfire down on the crowd when it comes around again. Guys, just know, Widow's just told me the most worst news ever and has nothing to do with anything else that we've just been talking about. Just know it's been terrible news.
Yeah, no, it was this breaking thing. My phone went off and I looked down and I was like, oh my God. And you guys will find out soon enough. But wow. Worst news of all time. Okay, what is something about you that no one knows?
Something about my middle name.
Are we saying it? Or are you just...
No. That's not the question. You asked what's something people don't know. My middle name. I don't need to. You didn't ask what it was. I can give you a little. For the people that from my community that will watch this though. I can slip a little hint at it. This is like exclusive as well because a lot of people want to. Weirdly enough, a lot of people do want to know what my middle name is. This is a tangent as well, but back 4 or 5 years ago. I obviously didn't tell anyone my name. I was Jordan and Jordan alone. And then Wikipedia made a page.
Yep.
And they doxed my surname. And so everybody knew my surname. And so then I had people always come in and being like, hello Jordan Drummond. Hello Jordan Drummond. And I'm like, why are you spanning out the whole government name all of a sudden? Where's this coming from? Oh, it's on Wikipedia. I was like, oh, is that so? So I wasn't very happy about that. So the only personal kind of information that I have of myself now is literally my middle name, and that's it. And so many people want to know what it is, and I just never tell anyone because 1, they'll never get it, and 2, I just want to keep that like one personal thing to myself. I'm like,
yeah, I get it. Mine was the exact same way with Wikipedia. I never told people my full anything, and I remember when it happened, and it's nothing against Wikipedia. I love Wikipedia. But a lot of the orgs just sent over all the information and didn't tell the creators that they were doing it because pro players have always had their full names on it. So I guess they just thought that it was fine. And it was the exact same thing. It was around that, right when I joined Gen G, it started going around again, but towards the end of Space Station, we all all of the creators on there got notified. We were like, oh, by the way, suddenly all of your full name and full information is just there and publicly available for everyone. And I quite literally, and so everyone knows my full name because I go by my middle name.
Right, yeah, I remember you saying this.
And so some people would just come into chat and it'd be first name, middle name, last name, and they wouldn't even say hi. It would just be hi,
straight to the dogs.
Vanessa, MJ, Widow, Austin. They would just straight up copy and paste it from Wikipedia. And they were like, hello. And I was just like, yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I had to start acting like it wasn't bothersome because then they would just stop.
I told people that annoyed me. I told people to ban our timeout. I was like, look, you know my name. You don't need to be spamming it in my chat. I was like, I didn't directly tell Wikipedia, but I was pretty vocal about it when it happened on my stream. I was like, I don't mind having the page. I'm very grateful I have the page. It's a very cool thing, but they could have asked if I wanted certain information on it, because I do think at the end of the day, like, some things can still be kept private when you're a public figure.
Yep. 100%. All right, dream org to be on.
Ooh, dream org. Does this have to be Rocket League or?
No. Dream org. Okay. It does not need to be Rocket League at all.
100 Thieves has always been an org to me that looks really cool to be on. 100 Thieves.
Yeah. Remember those Rocket League bait tweets?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember those. They were gas, but then they were like, we just knew. I just knew it was never gonna happen.
Yep. All right, dream collab.
Ooh, wait.
Oh, actually, it could be with a creator, or a person and a brand.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I was gonna ask, what do you mean by that?
Yep.
Dream collab with a person. Honestly, Pokimane, that would be really cool. And then dream brand. Honestly, I would love to work with Prada. Oh my god, I'd love to work with Prada.
I could literally picture you being like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, I love Prada. It's like, I don't have a lot of things from them, to be honest, but I just love their clothing and everything. I'd love to work with them.
That's actually going to make me skip ahead. I was going to save this question for later, but this was a question I had later on for you. You've always been like very fashion forward. You're very fashionable. You went to school for fashion. You make your fashion content. You share your fit checks and everything there. I was literally going to ask what would be like if you could. Well, one, okay. Again, I get to trim the recording, so it's great. Because it was another 2-part question. It was going to be what would be your dream like fashion brand to like work with if you could make fashion content, and so maybe that stays Prada. But when are we going to be getting more fashion content from Joe? I loved the fashion and org reels. They're my favorite.
Thank you. I love them too, but like it's hard when a lot of the orgs have similar color schemes. But I actually have been like, to answer that, I have been working on more fits. It's just buying the clothes if I don't already have them, because I feel like my wardrobe is very plain. It's very simple. I've only just recently started getting more like staple pieces, which I feel like would be nice, but yeah, once I'm done with the surgery and like my foot's all healed and get my hair done. I'll get my hair done this week too. Make me feel better.
It always makes you feel better.
That's probably when I'll start getting back into it. So yeah, I've definitely slowed down on it, but that's just because I've been having such a hard time with like being crippled, I guess.
Well, again, I hope your surgery goes well tomorrow. You're like me, and you've had a lot of different hair colors. What was your favorite? Because you were just talking about your hair. What was your favorite hair color you've ever had?
Favorite hair color? I mean, it's got to be pink. It's got to be pink.
I just sent Joe photos because you know how like the phone just pops up your memories, the widgets, whatever. I had literally just sent for those of you watching. My memories just popped up, and sometimes they just like bookmark people. And it was just a whole folder. It was a whole folder of Joe and me. And so like I got to multiple hair colors through there. Multiple years, multiple lands, but you were like, the pink hair.
Oh my god, yeah, you're just like, damn, you got the whole album sitting out here.
Yeah, I was just sitting here. Like, and it's like a really cool feature because you'll see photos that you probably, like we take millions of photos and then you never look back at them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I have so many photos from so many things. And so, like, I do think that's cool that the memories are like, oh, here's a memory that you haven't thought of in a while. And so, like, I saw those photos of me and you, and I got to think of all those lands and miss my purple hair, which I miss every day.
Yeah.
God, that was iconic.
I miss my colored hair. I really do. But I don't think I'd do it again. I feel like my time has passed on that kind of world.
I was just talking to Herc about that. We were just sitting there and we were like, miss it all the time. Don't think I'd ever do it again. It's so much, and it's such a long process back. It's such a commitment.
Especially with blue hair. Blue hair was such a pain to like.
Oh, that's when I got to know you, though.
Yeah.
I got to know you with blue hair.
The blue hair Joe. Wow, what a youngling. Yeah, no, but I definitely think my pink hair was my favorite. Least favorite color was silver. Hated silver.
I tried to do it, and I don't know if the reason it was your least favorite, it was the same. I tried to do it, and the thing is it dulls so fast and just looks gray. And it just looks like a poor dye job when it fades.
Yeah. I thought for me it was more that it just completely dried up my hair. Like my hair is pretty dry as is. You're gonna see it in this video. Like I've done like hair mask, hair oils, hair treatments, everything today you can think of. And although it feels great, it is definitely a little dry looking. So
no one in the world is gonna be able to tell that but you.
Oh no, you can see it. You can see. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe
I was like, I think you're in your head. I do. Well, but again, I haven't seen it. What is okay? We're gonna take it here, and we're going to kind of start talking more about gaming. We did our things, without talking about gaming and everything. So just the tipping point, which I think everyone asks, what is your favorite game that isn't Rocket League?
Ooh, I actually get asked this question quite a lot just because I do play a lot of story games. But my favorite game that I've played, honestly, it's gotta be between Alien Isolation and The Last of Us.
One, psychopath, but two, Last of Us 100% is mine. Alien Isolation is fucking terrible.
It's scary, but it's so good. Like, I think the reason why I love, because I remember when I was like 14, and when you bought the PlayStation 4, you got like, you get like the little additional games or whatever. I got like GTA and Alien Isolation with my PS4. And I remember I sat down and a little 14-year-old Joe pissed her pants, couldn't get past the prologue of the game, never touched it again. Fast forward to, I think, a year ago, I decided to play it again, and even though it is scary, I played it on hard mode. It was scary, but it was really fun. It was a really fun game to play, and I've honestly contemplated replaying it in nightmare mode because apparently it's so much more harder.
I wish you could see my face. I've really got to start doing these where we can, like with people where they can see my reactions live.
Yeah. But like the game is just so fascinating to me because there's so many videos about the AI of the alien and how it works and how the game runs, and it's so fascinating how they've like programmed this alien to follow you around. It always knows where you are, but it programs itself to never actually get too close where it's unplayable. Like it's a whole thing. So if it interests you, you should watch it.
It is one of the few games where I have started. By few, I don't mean that there's not a lot. I mean it's in that realm of games that I've started and I am incapable of finishing because I get too scared. And I love video games, and I love story games, and I love watching people play scary games. So I like scary movies and books. And I know what you're gonna say. And I knew this was a pivot, but like that is so my big one though that I can't finish is Outlast. I cannot finish Outlast 2. Like I have been restarting that game on stream for like 4 years. I start it and I get a little bit further every time, and then I like hyperventilate. And I literally
really scary. That's not even a game I've even played. I remember playing Outlast when I actually shit my pants. So maybe I might play Outlast 2 now. You've intrigued me.
Yeah, you've got to. I have to play it again this week. The last time that I tried last Halloween run, I got the furthest I've ever gotten, and I got to a point. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but I got to a scary point in the scary game. And I went to hide, and I jumped into darkness, and a storm was ripping through my town and cut the power.
Oh my god, no, because
so like my
I'd be
screen
traumatized.
my screen was going dark and I was like screaming into my microphone and I like dive head first and then the whole house went black.
Oh my god.
Lucas
okay,
starts
no,
walking down the hallway holding a candle and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die.
Oh, I'm in the game now.
I'm in the game now. I went into the tunnel and then like it was like a trap. Like that Final Girls movie. I climbed through the TV screen. I climbed through the movie screen and now I'm in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I couldn't. Yeah, no. I always play horror games with the lights on. Although a lot of people tell me to play with the lights off, but I'm like, it's kind of bad for your eyes, you know.
Incentivize it. Make it a sub goal. I never turn the lights off unless I make it a sub goal.
Really?
Yeah, you at least make it worth it because I get why people want it, but I'm the same. I have like my face lights. I have every light on in the room. I turn the light on above me. All of it.
Turn the
Like
lights
more
off.
lights
It's just gonna be a
than
black
normal.
camera. I don't see nothing. Yeah, guys, look at this reaction. It's just black screen. Oh dear.
Sorry. We like to yap.
I know.
Okay, but
I feel like we're doing pretty well though.
I feel like we're doing a great job. You know, I get a little off kilter because I want to ask you more questions than I have written down. But okay, you've been streaming for a long time. You've been streaming longer than I have. You're one of the people who've been streaming the longest in the Rocket League community. And I'd honestly say, yeah. When did you start streaming?
2018.
What month?
August.
You beat me by 4 months.
Damn.
Yeah. I didn't realize. Yeah. Oh wow, we've been doing this a long time.
Well, I didn't start in Rocket League, so I don't really.
Neither did I.
Oh.
It was
okay.
only a month. There was only a month that it wasn't Rocket League.
You got looped in.
Yeah, unfortunately. Fortunately, I don't know. You've been streaming for a long time, and I would really say that probably the last 2 years and really the last years when you started like blowing up and getting the numbers you deserve. And you have done such a great job, and it is so wonderful. I've known you for so long.
I know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. I think back, I think of like my personal relationships of people like I know outside of streaming and gaming, which is all blurred lines for me now. But like anyone else, and I'm like, have I known people like casually this long? Like, have I known people closely this long as I know so many of these people? But like, it has been so amazing, like watching you, you know, be involved with everything, be a part of everything. And so how does it feel seeing your growth, looking back over the years?
Well, it's always an interesting one I like thinking about, because obviously when I started streaming, it wasn't in a sense to, well, I guess when everyone starts streaming, everyone has a sense of that they want to get somewhere, right? But like, I didn't take it seriously, and so I always exclude the first kind of 2 years of streaming as to, I actually did just do it for fun. And then when I got a PC, because I streamed off PS4 for like 2 years. Oh, actually,
console gang.
Yeah. I streamed off PS4 for the first year, and the second year I had like a whole rig set up. It was like my laptop connected to an Elgato and a monitor connected up to my PS4. It was just a whole rig set up, so I could stream and have like overlays and stuff like that, and like stream through like OBS or whatever. And then when I actually got my PC in 2020 that was when I kind of was like, okay, I should probably take a little bit more seriously. But at this point, I feel like 5 years ago, that's crazy. 5 years ago, people weren't really like, they're taking it as seriously as content is nowadays, right? Like 2020, people just streamed, you know? Like,
yeah,
people didn't do much.
COVID content boom. So it was like one of two ways. Either you were suddenly, people couldn't go and do like the extra as much. They didn't need to. So like the YouTubers who did, the ones who did take the time to make like all the extra content, like obviously they also blew up. But I mean, streaming at its best. I mean, like streaming at its best was just 2020 and 21. It was like the best time ever to be a streamer.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of grew a bit as well in 2020 because ended up getting partnered in 2021. And then, yeah, I guess from then when I got partnered, I was still in uni at the time, so I was taking it as serious as I could be. But I'd say, yeah, the more serious I've taken it, the more I've gotten out of it, and I think that's what keeps me going when I'm like, I'm slacking. I'm like, well, gotta keep going, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the growth from 2018 to now has been, I'd say substantial. I mean, I still have the big goals that I still want to hit. Like, I really want to like it's not even a Twitch goal. Like, it's not even a streaming goal. I have always wanted to hit 100K on YouTube. Like, I started YouTube before Twitch. I started YouTube 2015 on a different channel.
Oh, Baby Joe.
Yeah, Baby Joe was making YouTube videos weekly, editing on our little crappy laptop, getting bullied at it for school. Everyone thought it was so funny. And then I think like I got to like 600 subs or something, or 500 subs. And then it got hacked. Someone hacked it because they thought it was funny. And so I lost it. Yeah,
I was about to say I would love to see those videos.
Well, that account's gone, but thankfully, I had all the videos saved, so I just made a new channel and re-uploaded them all, which I still have. But no one knows what it is. I mean, maybe you could find it if you know what you're looking for, but that channel still exists somewhere.
Got some new content coming.
Maybe someone will find it. I will tell you, there is some montages on there. Old Joe was going crazy, but yeah, YouTube was going on for a minute.
I want to see this so bad.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I don't know if I'm not.
No, we can worry about it after.
We can worry about it later, but like I could definitely find it. It's on my phone probably, unless I've signed out of it all. But
yeah, that'll be for me, and then you guys can bully Joe into sharing them with the rest of you.
Yeah, so I don't know, like it's been really cool. Obviously, I don't think at any point I've been content. Like, I feel like as a streamer or a content creator, you should never feel content with where you're at. Like, it's always going to keep going. I'm really grateful where I'm at. All the things that are currently happening, especially this year. Like, I've been so grateful. Like, I did the FIFA E content with Leon, which was kind of surreal because it's like, you know, you think it's very imposter like syndrome. Like, you see all these people and then it's like, oh, why'd you pick me, you know? So it's been really cool this year. I feel like I've been very, very rewarded this year. But for personal goals, like, yeah,
fruits of your labor.
100K on YouTube is my big goal. Once I hit that, I'm gonna be so gassed about it. It's like the big one for me. Little 15-year-old Joel.
Yeah, it's the big one in general.
Definitely. Yeah. It's very proud of myself. But
well, when you hit it, it's going to be fantastic. But I mean, like, genuinely, I mean, you know, as somebody who's been through the same, like, I was a console streamer, like, you know, did Xbox, you know, streamed through, you know, 2019, got to 2020, 2021, did the 2-year challenge, you know, did the COVID boom, blew up, did all of this stuff. Like, it's just really nice to see people still doing this. I feel like a lot of the people who were like the avid streamers and content creators from when we started aren't doing this anymore.
Yeah, I feel like everyone shifted ways. Yeah. I was thinking about. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, because the Musty Cup that we obviously all played on over the weekend.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
I was trying to figure out. Yeah. Oh my god, what? That was so fun. I heard you got to the grand finals.
Game 7, man. Game 7 of the grand finals.
Watching. I couldn't do that.
No, you played great though. You played great though. I just had a very cracked team.
Yeah, I won't lie. I did think Flitz's team were going to win from the start because they had a full NA squad. I think that was the denominator.
Yeah, we literally went through and we were like, are they the only team that doesn't have... No, somebody in my chat was like, are you guys the only team with somebody on... They were talking about me because I had Moxie. They were like, are you guys the only team with somebody with not on ping? And I was like, no. I was like, Joe's on the other team. And then Drawley was on the other team. And then we stopped and I was like, actually, they're the only ones who don't have somebody.
Yeah.
On
and
another
they also
thing,
just
like
had 3 SSLs, so
yeah,
they were bound to win.
We had 3 SSLs. I mean, I don't think Astro is currently SSL. I just suck.
Oh yeah, he's pretty high.
I was just the lowest ranked in the tourney, so like it was just, and Moxie kept having to get new servers because of how bad the ping was.
I think they did a really good job at
balancing. Oh, it was fantastic. They did such a good job.
All the games were so close. Yeah,
guys, make sure to make sure to watch all the content that's gonna come from that. You can rewatch the VODs on Musty's channel or on all of our channels. We played in Musty Squad Cup and it was incredible. It was so much fun.
That was really good fun.
Yeah, but like, sorry, I keep getting derailed from this, and I do have to start like leaning towards wrapping up. But but like, it's fruits of your labor, obviously, and you talk about, it's real, and like, and you are gonna hit 100K soon, and it's gonna be fantastic. But like, you are, and you have been consistently for the past year and a half, 2 years. You are the largest female content creator in Rocket League. And it is so nice to see. And that's what I was getting to, is it's because it's so nice to see somebody who's sticking it out, who's been here, who's been doing it this long. Because there had been, there were people over the years who are amazing, fantastic content creators who have come in and they've blown up and they have been incredible. But you're somebody who, like, you've been here as long as I have. You know what I mean? It's nice to see people like take the longer way. I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Like that. No,
you get what I'm saying.
When you talk about people with the COVID booms and like getting like one viral video sets someone up for a while.
For a while.
I feel like I'm not pooping on my own parade or anything, but I've never had a moment in my entire content career where I've just gotten lucky with something, I feel like my growth has came from consistency all the way up, just bit by bit. It's just being okay, a little bit more, and that's what it feels like with everything. Now, don't get me wrong, I am 100% grateful for it. I love that I'm still able to see new people come in, new opportunities come through, and still actually just being able to do it like a job. It's always just waiting for that. It's like, when's the next thing that you're gonna do is gonna be the thing that like blows up? So I'm like, yeah, that's what you're working towards, right?
Yeah, that is what you're working towards constantly. That is what doing content is. That is what all of the and it's really rough, in the social media space, especially for those of us who've been doing this for a long time, and then you bring in a new generation of people who, like you said, like, I love seeing new people come into Rocket League. I love seeing new people come into Twitch and and all of this in general, and like in it, but and it's crazy to watch the top streamers in the sphere. You know what I mean? Like the blow up ones. Like, they're people who started streaming in the last 2 years, or they're people who started streaming in the last 3 years, and that actually makes me super happy because it always keeps streaming and content relevant. It always keeps more people coming, and so many people will be like, man, I hate that there are new people coming in, and what about these streamers who have been doing this for a decade? And my God, you still hear that in the Rocket League community too. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, this person's been streaming for 10 years and hasn't gotten the opportunity. Like, the first 4 years, because I was very blessed, but I agree with you. I don't think there was a single fucking thing that happened to me that was luck. I worked my ass off those first 4 years of content.
That's just more rewards, isn't it? When things do go well, it's... Yeah. Oh, sorry, dog. Sorry, my doggy's cuddled in right now. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, there were people who would look and like they sit there and like Rocket League Community Spotlight, or they sit there like with getting invited to this event or going to this tournament or like getting this tag or like all of that, and they'd be like, who are you? They'd be like, why you've been doing this for like 3 or 4 years, you know what I mean? And they've been doing this for like this long, and I'm like, yeah, but like, I'm also putting in thousands of hours, you know what I mean? Like, none of this is anything less than like hard work. Like, the hours I'm putting in this year are like astronomical, you know what I mean? And the content I'm putting out, and and the things like that. And so, but yeah, so like, I love, and because we've all been there, we've been the new people and all that. So I love seeing new people come in, but it is really, really, really great. It is really, really great to see like people like you, me, and others in there, you know what I mean? Like, especially you, with how much ass you've been kicking, like having been doing this for so long. You know,
like, not the emphasis on so long.
She's so
it's
old.
Time to hang up the sticks, Joe. Get a job.
We're gonna be, you know, 1v1ing people in the nursing home.
Yeah.
I think I'm like 10 years older than you. This is really rough.
Yeah. Well, you're 10 years older than me. No.
That's what I just said. I said this is rough. I think I'm like 10 years older than you.
No, you're not. You're only. How old are you? 31?
32.
32?
Almost 33 next month.
So 25. So what's 8 years?
Oh yeah, semantics.
If you write it down, it's 5.
But yeah, guys. So you know, kind of want to get here. You know, we talked about like, you know, the growth and everything that you've gotten over the years. But like, what, in your opinion, what is your favorite thing that Rocket League has given you? Or content streaming. Yeah.
My boyfriend. That's pretty obvious answer. I mean, yeah. If I didn't go to Dallas Worlds 2022. Actually, funnily enough, every time someone asks a question, it's like, oh, how did you and Jack meet? It's always we got to know each other during Worlds at Dallas 2022. Because it's true, that's when we actually started talking more. But we did actually message a little bit previously, leading up to that point, because I messaged him asking if he could collab on my YouTube, and he ignored it.
Oh, I believe that. That's so funny, though. I believe that. I believe that in a heartbeat.
But yeah, we had a little. I think we like chit chatted a little bit leading up to Worlds, but it wasn't anything up until when we went to the event, and then yeah, like. That's when we actually started talking more. I think there was one night where we just sat and spoke for hours and stuff like that, and then yeah,
I was there.
Kind of just.
I remember.
Yeah.
we were leaving. We were leaving the after party, and it was me and Nito and Lucas, and somebody else who was staying at because we were staying with Musty, and we were leaving to go back, and we walked past, and like you and Jack were standing there talking. And I looked at Nito and I was like, I think they've been talking for 2.5 hours.
That was the Friday.
Yeah, and we both just like we both just like looked at each other and we were like, yeah.
That's funny. No, that was even before that. I don't know if you remember, but we all had like a big dinner, like a restaurant.
Yeah.
And then we all went to Musty's mansion afterwards, and he came along with. It was that night. That's when we started talking. We spoke for like, I want to say 2 hours or something, and then yeah, start talking more consistently.
That's the goal. That's the goal, is to find somebody that you can just spend hours and hours and hours and hours talking with.
Yeah, and it's nice, and I feel like that when it comes to Rocket League, if I'm gonna be all smooshy, that's probably my answer. Yeah, was that I was able to find Jack and have him in my life for the past 3 years now. 3 years.
One, that's amazing, but that just made me realize that Dallas Worlds was 3 years ago.
I know.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. God, Jordan 3 years ago had clapped hair. I don't even know how she pulled. She had some really bad hair. I don't know. You remember my hair? No.
Was it when your hair was short?
Short and brown.
Was that after the incident at your hair salon?
Mm-hmm. So they messed it up when I was blonde, and then I chopped it up myself. Because they made me look like a Karen. I'm not even joking. They made me look like a Karen. I cried, and then I had to I chopped all up myself to make it look like a pixie cut. Absolutely destroyed it. Went to Commonwealth, because the Commonwealth was like the week before Worlds with the blonde hair. And I came back from the Commonwealth. I came back at like, because it was in Birmingham, so it wasn't that far. I got the train. I can't remember if I flew back up or if I trained. I think I flew back up. And I got home to my apartment at like 5 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock at night. That same night, I had to be at the airport at 3 a.m. for the flight to go to London to go to Dallas. So I had like 7 hours to unpack and repack and sleep and, you know, reorganize my stuff.
And like,
and I decided in the Yeah, and I decided in those 7 hours that I was gonna box dye my hair brown, and so when I traveled to Dallas, a lot of people were surprised that I all of a sudden had brown hair instead of blonde hair because I very spontaneously dyed it in the 7-hour time frame between the Commonwealth and Dallas because I hated it that much.
I thought it looked cute though. I thought you looked really cute with the short hair. You're somebody who pulls off like really long hair and really short hair really well.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
but
no,
I hate it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. No, but I you know, it's again, it's really just good to see people be able to like find more than just the game out of the game, you know?
Yeah, well, you can speak for yourself,
Yep.
lady. You got a whole fam now.
I know. I found my
found
my husband. I have my baby. My dog's named after Rocket League, man.
Yeah.
My dog is named after Rocket League. Everything I have in my life, my bridesmaids, every single one of them, but one of them, were because of Rocket League and all, you know, and everybody. And then, you know, it's all those like really intense friendships, and then like it's also, you know, just like the friends I've made over, you know, the years. It's you. It's like everybody. You know what I mean? Like there's so many people that we've gotten to know almost. What is getting close to a decade?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've been streaming 7 years now, too.
Yeah.
That's 10 years doing content, technically, which is mental.
Yeah.
Gotta get a job soon. Put up the sticks.
Nursing home. Where do you see your future?
Honestly, I don't see myself doing content forever. I feel like that's a straightforward answer. I don't know how long I'll be able to do it for. As long as possible, it would be nice. But I do have a, what's the word? Ticking thought at the back of my mind where it's like, when do I stop? You know, because as much as I love doing content and stuff like that, I went to uni for fashion. I love fashion. I want that's my end goal in career. And so it's like, when do I transition into finding a career? Because even though I've said like, oh, I'd love to work with Prada, I'd love to work for Prada too. Like I would love to work for a designer brand. I would love to be a part of that. Like the industry is so fascinating to me. If I could do best of both worlds, which I absolutely could, it's actually something that I've been contemplating on doing over the past, I'm not gonna lie, like 2 weeks. But yeah, I think if 10 years time, 35, I would like to say that I've completed my time doing content and I'm happy with where I got to regardless of how far I got, and I'm in a nice lovely job working for a designer that I really love. Oh my god, don't slap me in the face, dog. Doing a job that I really like doing, because that's a realistic thing for me. That's something I'd like to do. For Rocket League, I'd say the future is Unreal Engine 5. It's probably gonna get ported to Fortnite. I think that it'll last. I think there'll be another at least 10 years out of that game before it rots.
I don't think it'll ever rot, but yeah, I agree.
Every game comes to an end, my friend. But I think it has a much larger longevity than other games, I think. And a lot of people always say, "Oh, game's dead, game's dead."
I mean, look at Counter-Strike. People have been saying it about Counter-Strike and what? It's been almost 30 years?
Yeah, it's definitely got the opportunity to be a very long-lived game. So I don't doubt it like dying any point in the next 10 years. I think that Epic Games, although it's been pretty rough for the past couple of years for them in regards of what they're actually doing with the game, I think that'll stop at some point, especially when they kind of get their reins under control, because I feel like everything's hit the fan over there. Don't really know why. Probably because their team's so tiny, but for Rocket League anyway. But yeah, hopefully, I think it's pretty solid. I think it's pretty solid. So no doubts in my mind for Rocket League.
No, I think we have a bright future, and I think you have a bright future, and I am so excited to continue to watch everything. Guys, I would like, I always take this moment to say, is if there's anything closing that you want to say, I'll say it, and then tell people where to find you, where you want them to follow you, where you want them to subscribe to you. So any final words, Joe?
I'll just say thank you for inviting me on. It's been lovely talking to you for this past hour or so. 49 minutes. Don't know how long the video is.
Oh wow, yeah, because we didn't talk about Google Calendar.
I'm telling you, Google Calendars, guys, it's pretty good. But yeah, no, thank you for inviting me on. It's been fun. I love talking to you and just talking about like just online stuff in general, or just work, or just life and Billie Eilish and whatnot. But yeah, if you guys have watched it to the end of this video because you find us so entertaining, you can tell everyone, you can pretend that I told you guys my middle name, so then they watch it to try and figure out when I actually leaked it when I didn't.
Yeah, leave no time. I'll leave no timestamps, and I'll just be like, somewhere in this video.
Somewhere in this video is an exclusive Joe detail, which isn't real because I'm lying. I'm just lying. I didn't say anything.
Welcome to Who is Jorhdys, where she's just lying.
I'm just lying the whole time.
Just lying the whole time.
I never went to school.
You spend the whole time wondering like 2 truths and a lie, but it's really like 90% of this video is a lie. You gotta figure out the 10% that's true.
Trying to make myself sound as cool as possible.
But guys, make sure you follow Jorhdys. Make sure you follow Joe on Twitch. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And once again, guys, thank you for watching. I am doing this weekly now. We've got like the next 19 weeks lined up, so I won't disappear on you guys again for 2 years dramatically and leave you no content whatsoever. So please like the video if you haven't already. Please subscribe. Please, throw all the love at it. Throw all the love at Jorhdys. Throw all the love at Joe. And let me know your favorite part of the video. If you made it this far, let me know your favorite part of the video down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.